Hello. Hi there. How are you guys doing? It's news time. Hello. Hi, Latvia. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Arpo. Hi, Scott. Hi, Joe. Hi, everybody. Oh, okay. Let's see. Hi, Tim. Hi, Vivo. What's your name? Hi, Lithuanian Ball. Because I want to know. Hi, Grand. Hi, Cat. Hi, everyone. Hallo, das ist gut. Wie geht's? Latvian, German, and sunflower with Ukraine. That's so sweet. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Hi, everyone on Twitch. Hi, everyone on TikTok. I'm doing good, Tim. I picked up Cindy. Cindy's home. I missed her so much. But Cindy, hi, Larissa. Cindy apparently scratched her nose to the point that it was bleeding. So, and it happened I came home, I bathed her, we played a little bit, and then I went to shower. And then as I was getting ready and as I was putting my clothes on, I look over at Cindy and she has a little blood thing coming out of her nose. And I was like, what the heck is that? So I don't know how that happened, but it happened. But we disinfected it. We put some nose ointment on it, and she's now happily snoozing. She also had no idea that it was happening to begin with. It was Neil who was like, oh no. And yes, I am back home. I lost my nose ring because I have this nose ring that isn't so it has a little swirly thing. Hi Karine. And so when you put it in, if you I don't know, if I try to wipe my face or something like that, sometimes it comes out, and I usually see when it does. This time I didn't, so it got lost somewhere. So I have a temporary little thing in here, so my piercing doesn't grow in. Hi Jen. And yeah, and also I sleepwalked tonight, so I literally have no recollection of it. But I, at some point, woke up in the middle of the night on the couch, which is strange because I don't sleepwalk. I think I was so tired that I sleepwalked because I woke up in the middle of the night on my couch. I never wake up. Hi Nina, thank you. I fell asleep in my bed. I fell asleep in my bed. I still have the nose ring, and that's not a good thing to say to someone because I personally like the nose ring, and it's a little disrespectful to tell someone how they're prettier with what they're prettier with or without. It's like people telling me oh, you'd be beautiful without your tattoos. I'm still, I still consider myself beautiful, tattoos or not. That's something I like. If you don't like it, that's just your opinion. But it's disrespectful to tell somebody. It's disrespectful to tell somebody that I'm much prettier without the nose ring. It's your opinion. But so yes, hi David, hi Lauren, hi Grumpy. Hi Grumpy. Also, yes. But yes, so I sleepwalked in the middle of the night, and I appreciate the apology. I sleepwalked in the middle of the night, which has never happened to me before, ever. Literally, I've never, ever. How do I sleepwalk in my life? But I just vividly remember waking up on my couch at 5 in the morning and being what am I doing here? Because I went to bed in my bed. So there shouldn't be any reason for me to be on the couch in the middle of the night. And then I walked back to my bed kind of really out of it. And I was just how did this happen? How did we end up here? But I think I was just so exhausted because on Thursday night, I didn't sleep at all. Then I went to the airport at like 4. I got there at 4:30. My flight took off at 6. I slept for 2 hours. Then I got to Chicago. I did not sleep at all until like 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. I took an hour nap, and then I went to bed at 11. Then the next day I woke up at 6 on Saturday a.m. and I went to bed again at like 11 or 12, and I again had like an hour nap during the day. And then yesterday I woke up at 8:30, and I did not sleep on the plane at all. And I went to bed because I was editing the YouTube video. And then yesterday I went to bed at like 1 or 2, and I woke up today at first. Well, I don't know when, because apparently I walked to my couch, but then I woke up at like 8 in the morning, and then I slept more till noon because I was just like so faded, absolutely faded, incredibly faded. So yeah. That's it. That was my day. How was your day, guys? Oh my gosh, that's super nice. That's super nice, Nicole. Oh my gosh, thank you, Nina. That's so sweet. That's so sweet, Nina. Thank you so much. But basically, that was kind of, I think I was just very tired because, you know, it's a lot to, it's a lot. Yes, Cindy got her bath. Hi, Christina. Yes, Cindy did get her bath. Oh my gosh, Cindy smells so good. Oh, baby, okay. I'm gonna try and show you Cindy. Sorry, YouTube. It's just more difficult to show you, but I will show you. I will show her on. This is Cindy. Super bathed, very clean, just sort of snoozing. See ya. How you doing, little babes? Cindy is so... Oh, baby. Deine Hunde süß. Vielen Dank. Sie ist. Das stimmt. Das stimmt. But yeah, basically Sin is just sleeping. Sin is like, I'm home and I'm sleeping. But yeah. Okay. Hi Kay. Hi Netlin. So good to see you guys. Okay. So I was gonna say, I wanted to find Ukrainian rock songs. Hi Riyadh. I wanted to find Ukrainian rock songs for Cheryl, but I haven't found a decent one yet that I know of. I'm gonna ask my friends who listen to rock, and I'm gonna do that. Then. For now, I'm gonna. Thank you. I am going to play just Ukraine top 100. But I will. It's my mission. Hi, Buck Putin's war. Hi. But for now, I'm going to. Hi, Crazy Cat. Hi, Gap. And Heroem Slava Grumpy. But for now, I'm just going to play the regular, top 100. Though I am definitely. It's my mission to find a good Ukrainian rock song. Nina Chula. Привіт, мама. Okay, wait. This is the new song that Kat recommended, so let's see. Hi, Kat. Hi, Mom. Guys, Mom is here. Mom is right there. Mom says hi, everyone. Oh, Kareen, that's so good. Thank you, everyone, for saying hello to Mom. Привіт, Україно! Well, wait, sorry. Well, Kat was talking about another song, apparently. Kat, it's hard to find. I don't know. Kat. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hi. Hi, Estet. Good to see you. What are the words to that one? 1 second. Oh no. The gel is coming off. That's upsetting. Okay. I don't see Ahatishsa. Okay, there we go. This is the new song. Apparently, this is the song that Kat was talking about. So, yeah. Oh, hi, James. So, as per usual, we're going to do the song, and then after the song, we're going to get straight into, hi, Eli. Straight into the news. Oh, hi. Yeah. Well, you said you were not going to be here because you were going to be on the road, James. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, I'm back home. Hi, Canada. Fuck Putin. I love that. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Kareen. Thank you, Kareen. Thank you. My trip was good. I just went to the Ukrainian consulate and got most of the stuff done that I needed to get done, and now it's just a waiting game. I think both of these songs are nice, but I need to listen to the two of them to know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Theo. Nazar, I will ask you to do the honors and take out user 8437 who just commented Z. And I know you would want to take care of that, Nazar. So you came in right on time. It's a nice song. I think it is a little too long for my taste. Oh yeah, it's 3 minutes 47 seconds. Щоб ти робила без мене? Просила б Катю. Але я знаю, що тебе таки радує, тому I asked you. Does anyone know how to tame a 20-something Ukrainian man's ego? Because, Nazar really needs some help. Okay, so we are done with the music and we're going to go straight into the news. The IAEA has already formed a mission that will visit Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The visit to the Zaporizhzhia region is expected to take place next week, according to the New York Times. Thank you, Melissa. 20-something, Nazar. I said 20-something, not 20. 20-something, because I don't know 20 what you are. The mission will be headed by IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi. The delegation, besides him, includes 13 experts from different neutral countries. Representatives of the UK and the US are not there. The head of the Zaporizhzhia RMA, Alexander Starokh, published a video of the consequences of the arrival of Russian missiles at an educational institution in Zaporizhzhia last night. According to the head of the regional military administration, educational buildings were damaged as a result of the strike. Some of them cannot be restored. Nazar is 33. You're 33 and you still act that way? Honey, you should have just gone with the 20-something. Nazar, you should have just let me believe you're 20-something. But how old is your ego? 15.
І сюди прилетіло на територію 5 великих ракет, які зруйнували учбовий заклад майже вщент. От за моєю спиною один із корпусів, біля якого розірвалася ракета. Слава Богу, що не було навчального року, безпосередньо не було дітей. На щастя, взагалі нікого в цьому навчальному закладі немає, окрім охорони і керівництва, яке дотримувалося норм.
So that's basically what it looks like.
Безпосередньо. Тому всі живі і неушкоджені, але...
This is Zaporizhzhia, and it's an educational institution.
Що не підлягає вже відновленню. На жаль, ворог продовжує порушувати правила ведення війни, руйнує цивільні об'єкти цивільної інфраструктури, в даному випадку освітній заклад. Нічого, все буде Україна, перемога буде за нами, переможемо, все відбудуємо, буде ще краща школа, ніж була.
This guy is saying, well, the destruction is severe, but it's okay. Everything's going to be Ukraine. We're going to rebuild everything and we're going to build it even better. And the school is going to be even better. And I love that this is how, how our people think. It's quite amazing. Also, Nazar, well, I mean, here's the thing. You should have let me believe you're 20-something, because now I am severely disappointed. You're a 33-year-old man and you still act like you're 15. The fact that you said that your ego is 18 years old is an exaggeration. It's about 15. You are quite literally sometimes 33, because sometimes you're a very good human being and you're showing your true colors, But that happens like 5% out of 95% of time. And holy crap, Nazar. Yes, Cindy did sneeze, James. Holy crap, Nazar. Get your stuff together. Anyways, here Grumpy on Twitch here says that a 20-something Newfoundland girl can tame any man. So can you please ship us one, please and thank you, because we need a Nazar tamer, tamer, and if if a 20-something Newfoundland girl can deal with this lovely situation over here, we will take two. We will take two. We will pay all expenses paid. All expenses paid taming trip. I am the way I am, staying that way. No, you're not super late. You're like, we're 3 updates in. Don't worry, Sky. Oh, another Nazar just joined the Nazar Fest. My cousin Nazar just joined the Nazar Fest. I firmly believe that it's about the name, because my cousin Nazar is in his 30s too, and he acts quite about the same. Я добра, а ты як? Я добра. Vasil Zaytian acts like an old man. Only in terms of habits. Only in terms of habits, James. I'm gonna be one of those grumpy old guys. It's the name. I'm telling you, it is the name. Okay, an unusual natural phenomenon was noticed and filmed in China. It has long been known under the name of mother of pearl clouds, such clouds from when water droplets or ice crystals scatter sunlight. That's when they form. This amazing phenomenon is quite common on Earth, but it requires special conditions: time, temperature, altitude. In China, all this coincided. That literally looks surreal. Doesn't that look surreal? This is a mother of pearl clouds, or mother of pearl cloud phenomenon in China. Oh my gosh. So there are 2 Nazars uniting right now, or rather one Nazar is trying to unite with the other Nazar, and like, I'm not excited for this. I'm not excited for this at all. 2 Nazars is too many Nazars. Yes, Grumpy, someone did say your name in vain. Russian troops near Kherson are trying to create the illusion of accumulation of forces by maneuvering equipment, said the head of the Joint Coordination Press Center of the Defense Forces of Southern Ukraine, Natalia Humanyuk, on the air of a telethon. This is an information war. The movement of equipment creates the illusion that it is accumulating, that there is more of it. We stopped at one village, another as if there was more equipment. But no, already imported equipment is moving. It is being tracked, and we will find it. You can be calm, she added. Without water supply and under shelling, this is how the inhabitants of the village of Novovorontsovka in the Kherson region live. Hundreds of merchants lost their jobs at once, but the occupiers continue to ruin the village day and night. There is a short distance to the line of the front. The village was not under occupation, but the invaders shelled it with everything they had. So this is what it looks like today. Oh, hi, Not a Botter. Okay. So this is what that looks like. A terrorist always remains a terrorist, regardless of the amount of propaganda, Podolyak about the fakes of the Russian authorities about the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The reality is obvious to everyone. The Russian Federation took hostages at this station, mined the territory, and fired at it. A terrorist always remains a terrorist, regardless of the amount of propaganda, wrote Mikhailo Podolyak, advisor to the head of the president's office. It is what it is, unfortunately. And, anytime I see Podolyak respond on Twitter, you guys know I'm really Kuleba, Podolyak. They are my favorite. They are so good at responding to just everything. They're so good at clarifying the situation. They're so well spoken, and they say "f you" in such a beautiful language and so educated. Our aircraft delivered 3 strikes and 2 enemy strongholds in Soldatske and Oleksandrivka, and the area of concentration of manpower, weapons, and equipment in Vysokopole, according to Operational Command South. During the day, the losses of the invaders in the southern operational zone amounted to 35 pieces of Russians, 9 units of armored and automotive vehicles, 2 ammunition depots in Dutchane and Davydiv-Brod, field ammunition point in Voskresensky, howitzer MSTA-B, new self-propelled artillery gun. Missile attack was carried out in the Slavyansk-Donetsk region at night, mayor of the city, Vadim Lyakh. There were no casualties or injuries, but high-rise buildings and infrastructure on several streets were damaged. Russia does not have enough forces for an offensive in Kherson, Institute for the Study of War. This is due, among other things, to the strikes of the armed forces of Ukraine on Russian logistics routes in the region. The Russians are training on new types of weapons and are preparing to resume the offensive in the Donetsk direction, but it is unlikely that they will succeed. According to the Institute's research, the occupying forces locally attacked Ukrainian positions southwest of Izum, northeast of Seversk, northeast and south of Bakhmut, and west of Donetsk. So here is the thing. Russia doesn't have resources to keep Kherson. Thank you, Francis. Russia doesn't really have resources to keep Kherson, and it's highly unlikely that they're going to be able to. And Ukraine has been launching very successful counteroffensives, and as our Ukrainian experts have been saying, August was going to be a breakthrough month, and it does look like it is going to be. There are quite a few. I noticed there are quite a few differing foreign opinions about what's going to happen. Some opinions are like, oh, Ukraine's going to be at war till 2024. Ukraine is not going to be able to regain territory until into the winter and stuff like that. And some foreign experts are saying well, this is a very strong counteroffensive, and we are pretty confident that we're going to see territories back before winter. So it depends on who you look at. I do like the Institute for the Study of War. They tend to be very correct, and they tend to be very good, and they tend to know exactly what they're talking about, and also what they say tends to materialize, because their analysis is indeed incredibly good. And then sometimes there will be foreign experts who pop up who haven't been commenting on the situation since the beginning of the invasion, but sort of give their opinions once in a while, and they're yeah, I don't know, it looks like this or it looks like that. I prefer to follow British intelligence, and I prefer to follow, thank you, Nina, and I prefer to follow Institute for the Study of War. Also, speaking of gifts, if you go into the gift thing, do you see a whale? Because I went into the gifts. Vasil in his life, live, wanted to get a whale, and I've never seen a whale as a gift. And Vasil was like, oh, it's because I have a Ukrainian SIM card. I have different gifts. And so does he just have different gifts because does it just depend on the country? That's so strange. Oh, so okay, Malcontent had it. Okay, so yeah, so then it's not about the country. It's just about the fact that they changed gifts. Okay, because I was so confused. I was like, what? Do different countries have different gifts? I was like, oh my gosh, is it gonna be like McDonald's where it's good everywhere in the world, and then the US gets the wrong end of the stick? I do not have a whale. You don't have a whale. Huh. What? It makes a noise. Oh, you don't have one either. Weird. I was giving what he said a very realistic assessment last night. Oh, strange. So people do have different gifts. Interesting, because I saw the whale. I do, it's diving. Oh, the whale is diving. Oh, so Todd has a whale. Okay, maybe it depends on which country you are at, not in which country. But then I saw the whale when I was like, when I went into the gifts, when I was gonna, like, when I was looking on Vasil's life. That's so strange. Oh, James said Malcontent was giving what he said was a very realistic assessment last night. What was he saying? Or you can tell me later because I didn't see his live yesterday. Thank you. Thank you watching. Oh, watching grass grow. Thank you for the cake. I love that handle. That's so cute. Watching grass grow. It was very loud. Some people don't like the whale. Gotcha. Oh, you do. Okay, so a lot of people do have it and a lot of people don't. Maybe it's just new gifts, and maybe it's just new gifts and not, and they didn't update for everyone. But I, for a second, was like, wait, do different countries have different gifts? That's so not fair. But yeah. If you saw Cindy right now, she's so funny. She's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Francis. That's very sweet. And thank you, Anga. Thank you, Melissa. Anga. I hope I pronounced your name right. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Melissa. And thank you, Watching Grass Grow. And thank you, Francis. Thank you, Gabby. You guys are very, very sweet. Oh my gosh, thank you, Melissa. The paper crane. These are new to me. I haven't seen them before. Oh, really? Thank you, Gabby. I also like that Gabby has like a little, it looks like Tinkerbell from far away, but I'm sure it's something else, but it has wings. I like that. I like when people have like little, RBM can, what? I like when people have like little things and oh my god, wait, that's so cool. The little beaver, dancing beaver and sunglasses. I love that. You can change the crane, but I have no idea how. Yeah, you can change the colors from them. Yeah, I think it's I don't know, but I know that they come in different colors. But thank you so much, guys. You're very, very sweet. Thank you for all of the gifts. I wish I could show you Zinni right now, but she's so cute. Oh my gosh, thank you, Karine. You guys are too sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just press the color once. Oh, right. James says, Malcontent said that Ukraine is struggling, but definitely not losing. Sounded like he was describing a stalemate. So I was actually watching an interview from Hromadzka TV, which is like the people's TV. Hromada is like community, so the community TV. And they went to the front lines in Kherson. Thank you, Hendizzle. Thank you so much. And hi, Gerben. Thank you for following. But yeah, so basically they were saying that they thank you. So their Hromadzka TV, thank you, Colin, went to the front lines in Kherson, and they were interviewing the soldiers on the front lines, and they said that their success directly depends on how fast the weapons that they need will get to the front lines, because basically they are doing very well and their strategy is working, and that the line of the offensive has changed a lot, but depending on the region, like first of all in Kherson, it's much more difficult to launch an offensive and much more difficult to fight because it's like a plain, there are no forests, there is like nothing. You basically have to like dig out trenches in the middle of like a plain. And so they were saying that it's really hard to not get spotted and it's a much, much, much harder terrain. But we really do need the weapons because those weapons do change a lot. And they were saying that depending on how fast they can get to the front lines, everything is going to change. So they were saying like, yeah, our capabilities directly depend on the weapon supplies. Oh, Todd, did you say you live in the middle of a cornfield? That's so cool. Cornfields and wheat fields are very much Ukraine. And hi, Annette. Good to see you. Okay, soon F-16s and A-10s. I hope so. That would be lovely. I really hope so. Ukrainian armed forces struck at the military base of the Russians in Melitopol. The mayor of the city, Ivan Fedorov. According to him, one of the buildings in which preparations for a pseudo-referendum were being carried out was destroyed in the Myrny settlement. Also, Myrny, in Ukrainian means peaceful, and that city is being attacked so much. It's upsetting because the direct translation is peaceful city, and it's so not peaceful, and it's so ironic. So Myrny means peaceful in Ukrainian. In Melitopol itself, one of the largest enemy military bases on the territory of the Avtosvetlit, Jesus. I don't know, like sometimes it's so hard to read Ukrainian words and like English transliteration. I'm just like, what were you trying to say? This is such bad transliteration. Thank you, Hendizzle, for the ice cream cone. Actually, I would so eat ice cream right now. But basically on the territory of the Avtosvetlit plant was severely damaged. Thank you, Nina. Later, we will give more detailed information about the losses of the enemy, but we can say one thing for sure. The occupiers on Ukrainian soil, to put it mildly, are uncomfortable, and they're not welcome here, summed up the mayor of Melitopol. To remind you, Melitopol is one of the cities that's being shelled for like 2 months straight now, every day. And that's where they've been using a lot of phosphorus bombs. And that's the place where people leave it for the night, because that's when all of the shelling happens. And during the day, they stay and hope that everything's going to be okay. But it's been shelled severely. Russian troops. Kyiv Independent just said an update that Russian forces struck at an administrative building in the center of Kharkiv. Hi, Eddie from Ukraine. Я можу українською, але в мене англомовна аудиторія, і я тому приношу новини англійською мовою. I wonder where Russian reinforcements are coming from. Well, Russian reinforcements are coming from Crimea, and Russian reinforcements are coming from the bases that they still have. And we're destroying a lot of those bases, but not all of them, obviously. So for now, they still have where to bring reinforcements from, also from like Belgorod and like Russian regions, you know. TikTok is lagging really bad, Jillian. Weird. Huh. Strange. Is TikTok lagging for other people as well? А ти звідки? Я зі Львова. Hi, Ryan. Perhaps I don't have a whale. Oh, there were a couple of new ones that I haven't seen. Okay. Okay, well, good. Good to know. Okay. Maybe it was just Jillian then. TikTok, okay. Okay, good to hear. Alrighty. Gaiateers of Crimea took their families out of the peninsula, said the leader of the Crimean Tatar people, Mustafa Jemilev. According to him, in addition to Aksionov and Konstantinov, who evacuated their families from Crimea, those are the pseudo-Crimea leaders, FSB officers also evacuated their people from the peninsula. Oh, how sad. How sad. Russians need to be evacuating from Crimea. Oh no. So sad. So sad. Moods are different, of course. Panic. You yourself have seen huge flows of cars towards Russia. And the Crimean Tatars visit each other and drink Kuz Aydin Kavesi, coffee on the occasion of favorable news, Jemilev said. He stressed that if hostilities unfold on the peninsula, it will be difficult to imagine that Ukraine will act in the same way as the Russian Federation during the invasion. Also, yesterday when I was watching the interview with the frontline soldiers in Kherson, they were 20 kilometers away from Kherson, and one of them, his call name is Kyiv, and so he was asked, like, why is your call name Kyiv? And he was like, well, that means son-in-law in Crimean Tatar, because his wife is Crimean Tatar and he's from Crimea. And he said that I have one way in life, and that way is to Crimea and to take it back home. And so he's basically right now on the Kherson offensive, but his main goal is to take Crimea back, to bring Crimea back home. And he said that he chose the call name Kyiv as in like the son-in-law in Crimean Tatar language because, well, it's Kyiv Tatar. Because he promised himself that he, as the son-in-law, is going to come back home to his wife and his parents, like in-law. And that's why his call name is that. And he was like very much rejoicing over the progress that's been made in Crimea. And he's Ukrainian, and he said that he is fully Ukrainian because his family comes from like the north steppes of Crimea, so like the north plains of Crimea. And he was like, yeah, no, we're super Ukrainian, but my wife is Kyiv Tatar, and that he speaks some Kyiv Tatar, and yeah, and that just kind of like reminded me that Kyiv Tatars were rejoicing, and I was like, yes, well, their husbands are rejoicing too. But that's awesome that he was on the front line, and he was like, yeah, I'm coming back strong, and I'm coming back home to Crimea, and I'm bringing my wife back to her land. Ooh, Annette says, I heard good news in Denmark today. The second largest supermarket chain will exchange Russian goods for Ukrainian. They'll change Russian wine, vodka, sweets, and much more for the Ukrainian-produced goods of those same categories. That's awesome. Thank you, Denmark. That's honestly amazing. We do have a lot of really good. Also, our vodka is made of wheat, not potatoes. So we have much better vodka. Just FYI, so much smoother. Khyvny Dar, very good vodka. I don't like vodka, but Khyvny Dar is so smooth. It's like very smooth. Wheat vodka, better than potato vodka. Just FYI. And I don't even drink vodka. What? Why are you laughing? Can I help you? Can I help you? No. Okay, good. Okay. One of the occupiers, Igor Mangushev, staged a stand-up with a skull, which he claims belonged to a defender of Azovstal. Why can't there be any reconciliation? Ukraine must be de-Ukrainized. The Russian lands of Novorossiya must be... Sorry, you know what? I'm going to read this in a very Russian voice, as we normally do, okay? Why can't there be any reconciliation? Well, Ukraine must be de-Ukrainianized. The Russian lands of Novorossiya must be returned back. We are not at war with people. We are at war with an idea, the Nazi said in his speech. From the audience, they asked the question, do you think he understands what the Russian world is? Referring to the skull, to which the Russian Nazi replied, yes, I think he understands. History must remember these words at its face, and this face. So this is the guy who was saying this.
Мы еще живы, а вот этот чувак уже нет. Да, пусть горит в аду. Ему не подозволит, всего черепа сделают кубок, возможно. Но наша война, она не просто...
That's disgusting. But also, I don't think it's a real skull. I think that that's just something... Yeah, I don't think it's a real skull. I think that they were just trying to pose it as a real skull.
So it's scary. Normal people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, well, they're not normal people, but these are clearly not your average, your average Vanya. But Vasil, can I ask you to put some гречка to cook?
Гречка? Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Ця який польська, що мама привезла.
Okay.
Дякую. I think it's a bot in the store skull. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think he's a mercenary running the Wish version of Wagner Group. I see. Okay. Well, that's the thing that I don't think that was a real skull. I don't think that guy knows what he's talking about. Thank you, Colin. I think that it just looks like, for the dramatic effect, he's like, oh, well, this guy wasn't so lucky and we're going to make a chalice out of his skull. And he was saying it's an Azovstal defender. And it's like, I don't even think you've been near Azovstal. So I don't think so. I think it's just made to be like, look at us. We are big and strong and you got to fear us because, we can take these skulls and this is, we drink our victory moonshine from here. But I don't it's disgusting. I don't think it's true. Boris Johnson said, we must not give in to Putin's aggression. The next few months will be tough, but I'm convinced Britain's bounce back will be golden. In this brutal arm wrestle, the Ukrainian people can and will win, and so will Britain. We must not succumb to Putin's aggression. So this is what Boris Johnson said on his Twitter. Miami collects firearms to be sent to Ukraine. A proposal was posted on Twitter to hand over the weapons that citizens have in their hands. In return, they will be given gift cards. For a pistol, a card for $50. For a machine gun or a rifle, $100. For a reinforced army-style machine gun, $150. All collected weapons will be sent to Ukraine. So if you are in Miami and you have a weapon that you're not using and you would like a gift card, here is what it says. Our guns buyback program continues Saturday, August 27th, the city of Miami says, from 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. at Belafonte Tecalci Center. All guns collected will be sent to Ukraine. Thank you, Tim. While we help to take guns off of our streets, gun buyback, safe streets. The City of Miami Police Department is hosting a gun buyback in an effort to support Ukraine and take guns off the streets. To make a donation, contact guns@miamigov.com. It's Saturday, August 27th, which was yesterday, 2022. But if you would like to donate your gun, or if you would like to bring your gun there, you still can. You just have to contact guns@miamigov.com. So yeah. Oh my gosh, Grumpy says, I sent Amnesty International a tweet today saying they're strangely quiet about Russians using Ukrainian skulls as trophies. Yep. Because Amnesty is a paid organization who is trying to side with Russia for money. Duh. Ukraine may also need new heavy weapons next summer, German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock in an interview with Bild am Sonntag. The minister assured that, if necessary, Germany is ready to support Ukraine for years in its fights against the Russian invasion, including the supply of heavy weapons. Of course, I would like the war to end as soon as possible, but unfortunately, we must proceed from the fact that Ukraine may need heavy weapons from its friends next summer, said Annalena Baerbock. Temporarily displaced Ukrainians, including Kherson and Mariupol residents, symbolically united the left and right banks of the Dnipro with the help of the Ukrainian flag, 430 meters long. Our journalist in Kyiv rode under the flag to convey its scale. It took about 1.5 kilometers of fabric to sew. It was sewn by the workers of the Opera House. This action was supposed to take place on Flag Day, but due to security requirements, it was postponed. The rally symbolizes the unity of the Ukrainian people in the struggle for the independence of Ukraine. The organizers told us that they now want to sew a flag for the Antonovsky Bridge, but for this it is necessary to find another 2.5 kilometers of fabric. So this is what it looked like. So yeah. The Pentagon will deliver weapons to Ukraine by sea, said the Washington Post. The U.S. Department of Defense has expanded the use of maritime shipping to deliver weapons to Ukraine. This is due to the fact that the United States has begun to supply howitzers and other heavy weapons to Ukraine, which requires a constant flow of large caliber ammunition. The sources of the publication noted that the ships can carry a huge amount of cargo, which could allow Ukraine to create a larger arsenal for future hostilities. As soon as we started supplying them with howitzers, we realized we would need more ammunition. Stephen Pothoff, Deputy Director of Operations for the U.S. Transportation Command, was quoted as saying. On Twitch, someone's asking, they, them. Okay, who should people vote for? Do you mean in the United States or do you mean somewhere else? Also, I can't tell you who people should be voting for. I think that people should be voting for common sense and people should be voting against fascism. That's all I'm going to tell you. And we are talking about the news about Ukraine, not about American politics at the moment. If you'd like to talk about American politics, I will be doing separate lives for that now that I'm back home. Ukrainian intelligence update as of August 25th, 2022. The Russian presidential administration issued a presidential decree increasing the established strength of the Russian armed forces to 1,150,628, an increase of nearly 140,000 people. The government was instructed to provide funding to achieve this. It remains unclear whether Russia will attempt to fill this increased allocation from recruiting more volunteer contract soldiers or from increasing the annual targets for the conscription draft. In any case, under the legislation currently in place, the decree is unlikely to make substantiative progress towards increasing Russia's combat power in Ukraine. This is because Russia has lost tens of thousands of troops. Very few new contract servicemen are being recruited, and conscripts are technically not obligated to serve outside of Russian territory. Yeah, but of course, Russia is not going to look at what they're obligated and not obligated to do. If conscripts are not obligated to go outside of Russian territory, I don't think that means much for Russia. Well, it's not that I don't think, I know we've also witnessed this, because it's not like they really care about the law or really care about what's necessary and what's right and what's wrong, Enerhoatom showed which territories it could cover with radiation in the event of a serious accident at the Zaporizhzhia NPP in accordance with the wind map for August 29. The RF can also be significantly affected by radiation dust. So here is what it looked like based on the winds today. And then this is a video. And this is straight from Enerhoatom, which is the Organization of Nuclear Energy in Ukraine. So that is what it looks like. EU set to suspend visa travel agreement with Russia. Plan to freeze 2007 deal will make it harder and more expensive for Russians to get Schengen area documents. EU foreign ministers intend to suspend the visa agreement with Russia this week, writes the Financial Times. This agreement provides for the simplification on the basis of reciprocity of issuing visas for a stay of no more than 90 days to citizens of the Russian Federation in the EU and citizens of the countries of the European Union in the Russian Federation. Freezing the 2007 agreement will make it more difficult and expensive for Russians to obtain documents for the Schengen countries. A lot of good news today. In Svatovo, Luhansk region, a base of Russians was hit tonight. The head of the Luhansk army said he had died on the air of a telethon. Tonight, something happened in Svatovo. Almost all the troops left Svatovo, the so-called ORDLO police remained there. It's like the pseudo-republic police. Remained there, and they still had an agrarian base where they were redeploying. And something happened again at that base. Just a couple of hours ago, everything was still hot and exploding, Haidai said. According to Russian sources, as a result of shelling at the Shan's agricultural enterprise and administrative building, 2 warehouses, hangars, 9 units of agricultural equipment, and 9 cars were damaged. Right? Natalia Vovk, who allegedly blew up a car with journalist Daria Dugina, was allegedly found dead in a hotel with 17 stab wounds, the Austrian edition of Express said. However, for a photo from the scene of the murder of Vovk, the employees of the Austrian portal gave a photo from the scene of the murder of a 26-year-old Muscovite, which happened in 2020. Therefore, we do not rush to conclusions and wait for confirmation of the information. Update: Austrian Interior Ministry denied the news about the murder of Natalia Vovk. This is reported by the Russian media. Gosh, Russians are so bad at their propaganda. I don't even understand how anybody believes them anymore. They're so bad at it. Chernobyl tourism group secretly helped track Russian invasion, according to the Washington Post. Even a few hours before the large-scale invasion, the guys who are engaged in tourism in Chernobyl saw how much Russian military and not only equipment entered Ukraine, all thanks to a small battery-powered, thank you, Carrie, battery-powered security camera that the Russian military did not notice. Although all other cameras were turned off and the Ukrainian flag was immediately removed at the checkpoint, the camera hung at the information stand at the checkpoint in the exclusion zone. With its help, it was possible to count the amount of equipment and its movement from Belarus and through Chernobyl. The information was immediately passed on to the military and intelligence officers. At that time, the authorities had not yet reported on the full entry of Russian troops into the Kyiv region. How much the data from this small camera helped the military was not specified by the government, but that is huge. Apparently, they're also bad at noticing cameras. So look at this. This is from that little camera that they didn't notice. Чекай, ти це в пластику кинув?
Так.
Ні,
Воно пластик кидається.
Василь,
Воно кидається в пластик.
це пластик? Ти що, воно ж Та ти що, витягни пластик звідти, ти що?
Все добре.
Василь. Окей. Верховна Рада Commissioner for Human Rights Дмитро Любінець.
Тут дирочки.
Ага, але це пластик.
І що? Воно спеціально харчове. Добре, якщо ти не хочеш пластику, то спеціально заховано по порціях, щоб легше готувати. Я можу розказати, не проблема, якщо для тебе це принципово.
Я ніколи не бачила, щоб щось кидали в пластику в киплячу воду. Це ж пластик.
А ти думаєш, чому тут такі порції? Це ж не.
О май гаш. Buckwheat in a bag can be boiled in a bag, Kat says. Okay, well, I mean, fine, but also, no. Verkhovna Rada Commissioner for Human Rights Dmytro Lyubinets appealed to the UN because of the demonstration by Russia of the remains of the Ukrainian military. The demonstration of the remains of the dead defenders of Mariupol became the reason for the stand-up on a military theme. The only purpose of such actions of Russia is another infliction of pain on the relatives of the dead and missing. Respect for the dead is not just humanism and concern for the loved ones of the dead. There are international standards, the implementation of which guarantees that the dead will not add to the list of missing people, Lyubinets said. There's so many news today, although like they're not that many news, they're all like important. No. The kitchen, I don't need to sort anything out. It's fine. He took it out of the bag. Hi, Anastasia. Also, hello, everybody on Twitch and YouTube. It is reported that explosions are heard in Mykolaiv. We're checking the information. Large-scale air raid alert in Ukraine. The launch of aviation in Belarus is reported, and that was about 3 hours ago. Updated rocket launches from Belarus are also reported. Explosions are reported in the Rivne region. It is reported about strikes in Sarny Rivne region. There is currently no official information. Then, explosions were reported in the Volyn region. According to preliminary information, air defense worked. In Enerhodar, where the Zaporizhia NPP is located, explosions are reported again. There is no official information yet as of 8 minutes ago. Meanwhile, Russia does not want to recognize a serious radiation hazard at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, the U.S. State Department said. The statement said that after weeks of intense negotiations, only Russia blocked consensus on the outcome document of the 10th Review Conference of the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. This was done in order to block formulations that simply recognized a serious radiation hazard at the Zaporizhia NPP. So here's the thing. Actually, I was reading something about the UN Security Council, and it is reported that if a country is on the UN Security Council, they can be excluded from the UN Security Council if they reportedly pose a security threat to other countries, which Russia has done every freaking day of this war, and there is no denial of it. And even if you are not Ukrainian, even if you don't have like the neck in the game, right, you still will confirm that Russia has done nuclear terrorism. Russia has used phosphorus bombs. Russia has done so many things that are against the security protocols of any country and violate so many different rules and rules of conduct of warfare. So the fact that they haven't been excluded from the Security Council is quite insane, because there is literally a clause that allows to do that. And Russia also never formally signed on to the Security Council of Ukraine, to the NATO Security Council. They just inherited the position from the Soviet Union. So realistically, Russian Federation is not even a member of the Security Council. There were never documents establishing them as a member of the Security Council, but that's besides the point. Even if we take that out of the proportion, even the Russian seat on the UN Security Council can be taken away solely based on the fact that they have continuously disregarded the security standards and security protocols. And to someone who says "Horoshenka, дякую." Explosions in Enerhodar are confirmed by the mayor, Dmitro Orlov. The 3rd and 5th micro-districts are being shelled. Previously known about getting into one of the apartments and a house. Information about the victims and the extent of damage is being verified and specified. Windows were shattered in neighboring houses. There is a fire and cars parked in the yard. The footage shows Enerhodar now. Recall that it's the largest nuclear power plant in Europe that's located in that city. This is what it looks like literally at the moment, because this news came out 5 minutes ago. This is like steps away from the nuclear power plant in the same city. Russia is the state sponsor of terrorism. And there is no denying that. And I don't know why the world still continues to try and deny that every day. So yeah. No. So this was Rivne today. Героям слава! Дуже дякую. This was Rivne today after the attacks from Belarus region. Also, someone signed on. Wait, we have 38 subscribers to the lives. So welcome to the spy layer. I don't know who subscribed today, but someone did. So please let me know. And welcome to the spy layer. Yeah, exactly. Same here, Fletcher. In the Zaporizhzhia region, over the past 6 hours, more than 200 shellings to the city of Orikhiv. This was announced by the head of the Zaporizhzhia Regional Military Administration, Alexander Starov. This is what Orikhiv looks like. Hi, Ronan. Yes, state sponsor of terrorism, as in like the entirety of Russia is a terrorist state. This morning, the Ukrainian Air Force shot down another enemy unmanned aerial vehicle, Orlan 10. In Bakhmut, utility companies are restoring the water supply after Russian shelling. Just look at this hole. This is Bakhmut. Дякую, перемагач. Thank you, Adrian. Дуже дякую. Hi, England. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Christina. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba will travel to Sweden and the Czech Republic next week to consolidate international support for Ukraine and strengthen sanctions against the Russian Federation. So, 10 minutes ago, Cape Fiolan in Crimea, the fires started after explosions that residents recently heard. So, так душевненько, по-домашньому. This is in Crimea at an air base or at a Russian base. So we'll wait for the confirmation, but that is probably the work of the AFU. The Pentagon has expanded arms shipments to Ukraine by sea rather than by air, which we talked about earlier. In connection with the intensification of Russian military activity in the North Pole region, the United States and NATO should strengthen their presence in the Arctic, said Secretary General of the North Atlantic Alliance, Jens Stoltenberg. Thank you so much. More loose cigarettes, careless orcs. I know, right? It's just so much cotton flying in Crimea lately, and so many cigarettes are being smoked for no reason. 9 high-rise buildings and dozens of private houses were destroyed or damaged during the night shelling of Zaporizhzhia. In the temporarily occupied territories of the Kherson region, the invaders promised parents 10,000 rubles, which is approximately $160 each, if they agreed to send their children to schools organized by the invaders. You have to bribe people to send kids to schools. That probably means that these people don't want their kids in your school. That kind of means that you're invading the territory and you're not welcome, you know? Okay, ex-ambassador of Ukraine to Germany, Andriy Melnik, before leaving office, called the Prime Minister of Saxony an unwelcome guest in Ukraine. Earlier, he himself invited him to visit Kyiv, but after the Prime Minister's proposal to create a frozen conflict in Ukraine, the invitation was cancelled. With your absurd rhetoric about freezing the war with Russia, you play into the hands of Putin and provoke Russian aggression. I invited you to Ukraine. This invitation has been cancelled. You're not welcome, period, the diplomat said. Nach Herr Empik-Kashmer mit ihren absurden Rhetorik über das Einfrieren des russischen Krieges spielen sie in Putins Hände und befeuern Russlands aggression or aggression. Ich habe Sie in die Ukraine eingeladen. Diese Einladung ist annulliert. Sie sind unerwünscht. Punkt. So that's for those who speak German. I apologize if my German is not the best. Another 6 ships with Ukrainian agricultural products left the ports of the Odessa region, according to the Turkish Ministry of Defense. Thank you, Veronica. Russian military personnel should leave the territory of the Zaporizhzhia NPP as soon as possible, as their presence at the station poses a danger to the entire continent, said Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba. After the explosions in the temporarily occupied Crimea, the Russians no longer feel at home on the peninsula, Mustafa Dzhemilev, leader of the Crimean Tatar people. They no longer feel at home. After the explosions, Russians no longer feel at home. After the explosions in Crimea, Russians no longer feel at home in Crimea. Exactly, Veronica. I was never their home. Thank you very much. Like, I feel so bad for you. You no longer feel at home. Somewhere that isn't your home. Where you weren't supposed to feel at home from the beginning. Thank you, Zelensky updates. Yeah, like you weren't supposed to feel at home. You weren't. I'm glad that you finally don't feel at home somewhere and that isn't your home that you invaded. Wow, look at that. The equilibrium and balance has been restored. You now get it. You now get it. It isn't your home. Oh my gosh. Ukraine has applied the American ROC concept in the war against Russia. CNN writes that Ukraine has successfully applied the American resistance concept to repel Russia and suppress its vastly superior military forces. The resistance operating concept was developed by the US together with NATO and other allies in 2013, after Russia's war with Georgia in 2008. The car of Deputy Chief of the 8th Department of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation, Yevgeny Sekretaryov, caught fire in Moscow. A woman was detained on suspicion of arson. Caught fire by itself. It was just standing and caught fire. Standing and caught fire. Standing, caught fire. Also, to all of my Ukrainians on the live, have you seen the video with Tush Lepovy? Have you seen the video with Tush Lepovy? Because if you haven't seen the video with Tush Lepovy, oh my gosh, you're missing out. There is this video. I'm going to show it to you guys. It's so good, but it's in Russian. I'm going to try to, or like half in Russian, half in Ukrainian. And I'm going to try to translate it to the best of my ability, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because like some things are just like, you got to speak Ukrainian to find it funny, you know? It's not going to be funny for everybody, but it is going to be funny for like if you have command of the language. But I will try my best. Okay.
Девушка, добрый день. Доброго дня. Мне нужна тушь для ресниц, желательно со скидкой. Для ресниц? Для ресниц моих. Да. А вы с Москвы? Нет, я с Крыма. О, у нас как раз для вас есть туш. Дивіться, туш для повій. Робить ваші повії розпущеними. Повії – это ресницы? Конечно, да. Повії – это ресницы. Специально у нас, смотрите, остались 2 туши со скидками, со сроками. Плюс 20%. Ой, класс, супер, отлично. Да. Будет немножко давать красноту, но это такой эффект. Ух ты, необычно. Эффект, да, новый эффект специально для гостей из Крыма. А также, Лиса, можу порекомендувати вам подводку. Потому что я знаю, вас любят там водку. И под коньяк тоже. Да. Берем? Да, берем. Боже, как душевненько вы меня проконсультировали. По-домашнему. Аж уходить не хочется. По-домашнему. Пошли.
It was so funny. So basically, like this woman, like the concept is that this woman comes into like a makeup store, and she goes like, "Hey, I need mascara for my eyelashes," and in Ukrainian, "vії" is eyelashes, and "povії" is prostitutes. And so the sales associate speaks Ukrainian, and the client is Russian, and she goes, "Oh, you need mascara for your eyelashes." And she's like, "Yes." And she's like, "So are you from Moscow?" And the woman is like, "No, I'm from Crimea." She's like, "Oh, from Crimea, huh? I have mascara for your like," and she says "povii," which is "vii," eyelashes, "povii," prostitutes, and she's like, "For prostitutes." It's like, it's gonna make the prostitutes so bushy. And she like keeps, and she's like, "Oh, povii, does that mean eyelashes?" And she's like, "Of course, povii is eyelashes." And then she was like, so in Ukrainian, pid vodka, so like pid vodka is eyeliner, but it's also for vodka, so it means like you could get a chaser for the vodka, right? And so pid vodka, if you write it pid vodku, if you write it separately, would be like, "Oh, for the vodka," right? And she's like, "Yeah, I can also show you some eyeliner pid vodka, because I know you do like vodka in Russia." And she was like saying, "Yeah, the mascara, it's discounted plus 20%, because it does have a discount. It's past expiration date. It does have an expiration date." Так, вона українка. Я українка, так. Чи вона українка? Вона українка, я українка. But basically, yeah, so she was like saying, like, what's its face? She was saying like, yeah, it's gonna give you some like redness, but it's a special effect for our guests from Crimea. It's like, it's a special effect. So it was like hilarious. It was so funny. I was like dying listening to this. And the woman was like, so when that video that went viral where the woman was like, "I really don't want to leave Crimea. I felt like at home here. It was so soulful here, so homey." And so the woman in the video, the guest goes like, "Oh my gosh, you so soulfully helped me." And the woman and the sales associate goes like, "Mm-hmm, homey, right?" Like she was making fun of that Crimea video. And at the end of the thing, the woman was like, "Oh my gosh, you were so good to me. I don't even want to leave." And she's like, No, let's go. Come on. Let's go to the register." And it was like the funniest. It was like such good satire, such good comedy. I loved it. It was very, very good. But unfortunately, that concludes all of the news I have for today. Although, no. I have some more news actually, but let me go check on the buckwheat. As a true Ukrainian, I'm preparing buckwheat right now, and I want to make sure that it's not. Oh, are you gonna check on the buckwheat? Thank you.
Yes, because it's 20 minutes.
Okay, so Vasil's gonna check on the buckwheat. Thank you, Nanny Ria. But yeah, so 42% of Ukrainian refugees in Great Britain have already found a job. Back in April, this figure was only 9%. So also since April, the number of Ukrainian refugees with a bank account has increased significantly from 43% to 93%. Approximately 37% of respondents said they had enough money to support themselves for the next 3 months. In April, only 26% responded that way. Also, the Put Putin on Trial petition published on an international platform has already collected over 1.8 million signatures.
Couple of things.
What's that noise? No, like the super high frequency noise. The like.
It's from here.
That's not good. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmytro Kuleba, endorsed the initiative and called on all concerned people to vote yes to prove that to international organizations that the entire world seeks to punish the Russian authorities for the criminal orders that cost Ukraine thousands of human lives. And that is all the news that I have. Everything else is repetitive. Reminds me of my tinnitus. Oh no, you have tinnitus. I didn't know that. Tinnitus is a lot. Oh my gosh, thank you, Rosalind. Those are so pretty. Thank you so much. The floral bloom is such a pretty gift. Thank you so much. They also have peonies, and peonies are my favorite flowers. Thank you, Paul. Well, I don't know. I don't think I perceive a lot of noises, not a botter, and Привет, Ontario. Привет, Ontario. I actually hear a lot of noises. I hear a lot of different frequencies. I don't know if I'm neurotypical, but I definitely have severe ADHD, OCD, and a lot of anxiety. So I don't think I'm neurotypical. But yeah. Yes. Also, I did put, someone said that I should put the cine. Oh, thank you, Karine. Thank you so much. But I found a cine collar. I did put it on my, why do I have a Wells Fargo? I don't have a Wells Fargo account. I got some spam saying your account has been deactivated as a result of questionable conduct. Please visit the link to resolve. Like, I don't have Wells Fargo. Please stop spamming me. But anyways, what I was saying is I found a vibration collar for Cine, and I did put it on the wish list, but I'm most likely going to end up buying it anyway. It's $50, and it's basically this. So it has. I want to get Cine a vibration collar to train her to not pick up stuff from the ground. I'm not going to be using the shock function, but most of these collars are either shock collars or like 3-in-1. They have noise, vibration, and shock, which I'm just going to disable the shock function because I personally would never use that, especially on Cine, like, you know. But they have a beep, vibration, and adjustable like shock level, but it's waterproof and it's 1,000-foot control, and it's adjustable for all sizes of dogs, and it's rechargeable and stuff like that, and it's on like sale, I guess. So it seems like oh, thank you, Colin. So it seems like a very good deal, and I really want European time, please. Okay, I will start doing that. Well, so I usually, repetition is key. Yeah. What brand is it? It's Bausnik. It's called Bausnik. I'll show you. It looks like, I mean, I've looked into a lot of them, and this seems like a decent price because they range from like, they can be like super expensive, but this has 800 4.5-star reviews. And it's called Bausnik. And also, Annette, I usually do lives at 2 p.m. Eastern unless I specify otherwise. It's just that I was in Chicago and things were like a little discombobulated and I had to pick up Cine today. But yeah, this whole week it should be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Or if you're in Ukraine, that'll be 9 p.m. for you. If you're in England, that will be 7 p.m. for you. And basically, Zero Meridian is 7 p.m. Go on their own. Are Ukrainians under occupation of Russian passports? Yes, because they're forced to. Yeah, it's forced on them. They're not getting them because they want to. It's kind of a forced situation. But okay, guys, I'm going to go eat some food because I'm incredibly hungry. Hi, Natalia. Thank you for following. But I will be better at scheduling lives, especially now that I know what time I can go live every day. And in New Finland, it'll be 3:30. Yes. But yes, okay. I am going to go. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rosalind. Thank you, Grumpy. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go have some food. Добрий день, everybody. But I'm gonna go have some food because I'm so incredibly hungry. And also, we are at 3,800 watch hours on YouTube before this live, so we are 200 hours away. That is so great. Have a good afternoon, and I will see you guys later. I will see you later. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye. I'm gonna turn off YouTube and Twitch first because we know I forget to do that, and then I'm over there like, okay, bye.